Welcome to episode 24. Today we are talking about wanting what you cannot have. I'm Angela.
I'm Hannah.
And you're watching Girl What You Think. All right. We're not playing around this episode because we're coming bigger, better than ever because we have Instagram posts coming, I guess. I don't know what's happening. You aren't going to get what you want, and we're okay with that because this is our show and not yours. Hashtag Trixie and Katya.
Can I tell you a joke?
It's not Trixie.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about.
It's not Trixie. Is it Trixie?
I just have said 7 times I don't know who you're talking about.
Girl, no, you don't.
Can I tell you a joke? Please.
I already know what you're going to say.
How do you know?
Because you sent it to me last night. You're going to say that joke from that TikTok.
Which one?
There were several. Tell me.
There were several in that one. Guess who I saw today?
Who?
Everything I looked at.
That's not what he says. You didn't.
Yes, it is.
No, he says,
it is.
Guess what I saw today, and he misheard what and said who.
Oh.
And so it made it even more stupid. He's like, guess what I saw today? And he's like, who?
He said, everything I saw today.
Everything I saw. That's a good one.
That's so funny.
What were the other ones? The other joke was like, what do you call a black pilot?
And and then the guy said, Tuskegee Airmen.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's like the first black pilot company, not company, but unit in the military.
I didn't know what was happening.
And they were all all Tuskegee Airmen.
And what was the
other one? It was like, what did the cowboy say in his second rodeo? This isn't my first rodeo.
This isn't my first rodeo.
And the other one was, it was, how did he say it? I know what it is, but I'm trying to think of how he said it. It was like, you don't need a parachute to go skydiving. You only need a parachute to go skydiving twice.
That's a good one. That was a great
These are anti-jokes, by the way, and they're so funny. Follow that guy. I don't know who he is.
I don't even know. I didn't know those are anti-jokes. Those are good jokes. I don't know what makes them.
But they're stupid answers. One of them was in a different TikTok, it was what do you call a talking turtle? And the guy was like, I don't know. And he's like, and the other one was fictional. It's just, it's that stuff.
I love that stuff.
Everything I saw today is so funny.
There was what do you call?
They do different ones.
What does an orphan call a selfie?
What?
A family portrait.
No. Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, there's dark humor that aren't funny.
No, but it is funny though. There was It's funny because it's funny. Any hoodles. There was another one about orphans, and the guy was he was talking, or he's like, so these parents gave away all their children's toys to the orphanage for Christmas, and the kid asked, why are you why did you give all my presents away? And the dad was like, so you have something to play with when we drop you off.
Oh my god.
And he said it better, and it was funnier.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, yeah. Hi, welcome to Girl What You Think, where we make fun of orphans. Hi, Raz.
That's the new us for 2021.
I always can see the gap in my
Wonder
hair.
Record in the back.
Yes, ma'am. I have all my records, in case you didn't know. And here's all my trash and a cup. In case you didn't know, I collect vinyl. It's kind of my passion.
Right?
Yeah. It's I'm totally different than other people in my generation. Just kidding. Literally everybody.
Mine are right here.
I know.
You can't see them.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go all the way back to why we're here. No more jokes. No more anti-jokes. We're going to be talking about wanting what you cannot have. Now, I made some points. A lot of women, the first time I heard that wanting what you can't have, it was over the topic of hair. Because girls with really, really straight hair want curly hair. Girl with curly hair wants straight hair. Wavy beach waves. Or they want long hair. Or girls want short hair, pixie cuts. Did you experience that?
Yeah. I obviously, well, you can't. I have curly hair, and I, as a child, I didn't take care of it, so I had like huge knots. It was like basically I was giving myself dreadlocks.
Yeah, but you weren't around somebody who knew how to take care of your kind of hair.
That's true. My mom's white and my dad's bald, so yeah, it was tough.
Ever make comments on how beautiful your hair is and stuff?
Oh yeah, always. My whole family's like, "Why don't you ever wear your hair down more? It's so pretty." And I'm like, "Because it gets in my face and then it's frizzy and I hate it." But all these people would always be like, "Oh my God, I wish I had your hair. You're just so lucky." And I'm like, "Really? Because you want to spend 40 minutes in the morning taking care of it?
My cousin,
if you have straight hair, you could just get up, brush it, and go."
Really? Yeah, there's some girls, even me sometimes, you just get out of the shower, you have a little curl.
People are always like, "Why don't you just like brush your hair or something like that?"
Well, your Wi-Fi just cut out a bit, mate. You're frozen. Crikey, mate, we've got a malfunction here. Hannah, are you there, mate? Hello?
Yeah. Let me switch Wi-Fi's.
That was terrifying.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now. I don't know what happened. Okay. You said 12 minutes.
Okay, well, cut that out.
Oh, yeah, I will. Luckily, okay. I know how to activate Adobe Premiere Pro CC Cut.
Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, people would just be like, "Oh, like," because I'd complain about my hair, and they're like, "You can't just brush it," and I'm like, first of all, have you seen a lion's mane? That's what it looks like if I were to brush my hair when it's dry. Like, there is no.
It goes.
Yeah. So, it's just like, now that I know how to take care of it, I don't wish I had straight hair. Mm-hmm. Like, I do straighten my hair sometimes, but like, not like recently. I haven't been doing it very often. Like, I don't really do it that often because one, it takes a long time, and two, when I do it myself, it never comes out correctly. So I hate it. But
I've done your hair. Now that I know how to take care of my hair.
Yeah. Now that I know how to take care of my hair, I enjoy having curly hair because one, I can walk out of my house with wet hair and it would just look like it's shiny unless you like give me a hug and can feel that my hair is wet. So like, I don't know. And it's like, I don't know. I like it. And it does look nice.
Yeah.
When I style it. Well, today's not the best because I ran out of conditioner. So.
And we don't go anywhere either. So it's kind of like, it's not like
that's true. I did go to the eye doctor today. And fun fact, my eye doctor, his nephews went to Laverne.
No way.
And one of them works there. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me. He was on the football team or something?
Mm-hmm. I don't know his name, though.
You said hello to him?
I just knew that I've seen him. No.
Oh.
Because he wouldn't know who I was either. I mean, I am pretty popular, though.
Forbidden Lovers or something.
Maybe.
A romance? We were just two Temecula girls. And we locked eyes. I guess guy and girl. Sorry. I don't know. I'm just an author. I just come up with things. I'm already writing lesbian novels in my head. Anyway, moving on. Another thing that I wrote down with wanting what you can't have, especially in quarantine, and getting your body right. I think food is like one of the biggest things of like wanting what you can't have if you're trying to like eat healthy. Or you can't have 16 meals in one day, which I think is stupid. It's like, what if I want Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, and a Starbucks? Like, why can't I have it all? And that's
Well, you
great.
can.
Oh, you can.
It's just not the best for you.
Mm-hmm. Or
take my light.
Wanting what you can't have. It's like, we're so quick to like jump on our cravings and our impulses that I definitely am spoiled when it comes to getting what I want when I want in the food realm. Like if I really was craving something so bad, let's say I wanted Thai food or I wanted to go to McDonald's, like I could. And I usually act on my cravings. Not recently because I'm trying to like get my act together. But if I really, really wanted to, I could.
Yeah.
And some people can't do that. They either like don't have a car or something.
They don't have any money.
No money. How you feel about it?
I mean, I agree. I don't really have anything more to say. I think that's 100% correct. Because these times are like stressful. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't want to make a salad at my house. Like, I want to eat chicken wings.
It's like, I don't want to be, at my house all day. I want an excuse and like going to go out outside.
To get food. Right. That's one of the only things you can do safely. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, I'm going to go take a trip to Starbucks. And it's like, that's like your outing for the whole freaking week. And it's like, let me get a venti this and 7 lemon loaves.
Any warmed up pastry in me can go a long way. Future partner in my future, if you're watching this, buy me a warmed up pastry and I will do anything for you that night.
You heard it here first, folks. Angela loves warm pastries. Like a cinnamon roll?
When I walk into a bakery, that's when I'm the happiest. If I walk into a donut shop, like a ham and cheese croissant, cream cheese Danish, cinnamon rolls, warmed up banana bread, lemon loaf, loaves, pumpkin loaf, cheese, cream cheese, cherry, apple, flaky bread, milk, sugar. That's my
shit.
That's my
When I worked at Starbucks, we would do like partner sample, but that was just because like we were hungry and we weren't on our breaks yet.
Scammers.
So they'd be like, "You want to partner sample this?" So we would take the cheese Danish, heat it up, and then we'd heat it up, and then one of the toppings for one of the lattes is like cinnamon sugar. So we'd like sprinkle that on top. It was good. And I'd be like, you know what? You could just keep this over here. Like they cut it up in like tiny little pieces, and I'm like, can I just have half of it, or like, can I have the whole thing, or what?
Hannah, when you were younger, did you used to think? Because I was a fat ass kid. When you were little, did you imagine like your house when you grow up and what you would put in your pantries? And I told myself, I was like, when I grow up, it'll be easy cheese, cinnamon rolls, chicken and a biscuit, and that's it. I was obsessed with easy cheese. The squeeze on?
Yeah, I know what that is. I never had it, though.
And I was like, oh my
God. I truly don't know how I turned out the way I did, because my mom would never buy me that stuff. Like, we never had chips in our house. We never had like fruit roll-ups. We never had any kid snacks.
Really?
Yes, ever. We like the most kid snack would be like those like granola bars with the little chocolate chips in it. Like that was the most kiddie snack.
Let me tell the audience, I went over to Hannah's house to have like a dinner, and it was probably the like one of the best dinners I've ever had in my life. It was like
Really?
cooked kale and baked chicken and mushrooms and stuff. And the kale was like so lemony and crunchy, and it was just like, I didn't tell you because I just forgot.
Yeah. I didn't know that it was that. I knew you liked it at the time. Like you were like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah, a
But I
lot
didn't know it
was
like
happening that
special.
day because I was getting
True.
like a lot of advice, and I was like, oh my God, I can't focus on this chicken and
Yeah.
what's going on. But when I looked back, I thought about the kale, I thought about the mushroom, I thought about the potato. Oh, dude, the balance of crunch, nutrition, and lemon. What's your recipe?
I don't know. My mom made that
You
one.
gotta tell your mom because my mouth waters when I think about eating that lemony lettuce.
I'm not a huge kale person, so I didn't eat that part of it.
I know.
But
it's okay.
if it would have been spinach, I would have eaten it. This morning, you want to know what I made for breakfast this morning? I made egg whites with sauteed spinach, cut up grape tomatoes, and feta cheese crumble on the top.
Wait, tell me again?
Egg whites, like scrambled egg whites with sauteed spinach and grape tomatoes, like cut up with feta cheese, a little bit of feta cheese on the top.
So good. I made something similar.
It was good.
The other day. It was like a pizza. Oh, it's a little pizza-y. Well, you put spinach in yours. So I would feel like that's okay. But I put not egg whites, but that's really healthy. I put eggs, grape tomatoes. What did I put else in it? I put Italian seasoning in it. I didn't put because I didn't have any greens. And then I put I had cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Like a mozzarella string cheese. And I cut it up.
Yeah.
It's mozzarella. So
yeah.
Like a pizza egg gauntlet.
I put mozzarella on mine. I put feta cheese on my mom's, but I put mozzarella on mine because it's less salty. It's less sodium. Yeah, and I can't eat sodium at the moment.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to make eggs and put feta cheese on top. It's like a
Greek.
It's a healthier. I don't know. I feel like healthier foods have feta on it. Because what I would do is like I would make eggs in like the peak of my nutrition, and then I put it in a pita bread and feta cheese on it. Mm-hmm. As a Greek thing, I don't know.
They do. The Greeks do love feta cheese. Mm-hmm. You know, because I like went to Greece once.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that. For what? Can you like sing or something?
Yeah, I went like this.
Did they like give you like the key to the city of Athens?
Yeah.
They're like, here.
They gave me the. What's that thing called? There's like this big like old building that's like burnt down, or like not burnt down, but like it's just
grandfather
like
owns that. Like, he actually owns that building.
No, it's just like on the top of the hill. What is it called? What's the name of famous building in Greece?
The Parthalion.
No.
Parthenon.
The Parthenon. No.
Cathedral. Colossus. The.
No.
Don't ask me for names.
What the heck is it?
Colosseum.
Called?
The Colosseum.
No.
The column building. Parthenon. It's the Parthenon.
Let me look. It's gonna piss me off if I don't know.
The Colossus. Colosseum?
No, you already said that.
The arena? I don't know. Look.
Greek buildings.
Athens? Building of Athens?
Oh, I guess it is the Parthenon. I didn't think that's what it was called. Yeah, I thought we went somewhere else.
I'm just
That's not what it looks like, though. You know what, girl? I don't know. But any hoodles.
You know, I'm not the one for names.
It was a really high walk. It was high. But anyway, yeah, they gave me the key to that. Even though there's like no rooms, and it's like
they just let me right in.
Like crushed.
You have to ask one of the gods to let you in, and they like
Zeus. He's my dad.
I had to go see an oracle, and they had to like it was like a whole thing. But you obviously don't know about that type of thing because you were like.
Should we change this episode title to
Greece history?
Greece history and food.
And food. Greece history.
We should do a food episode.
Now
We
that's
should
an
do a food
episode I
episode.
could get behind. I'll put it in our notes. Okay, well, moving on. Wanting what you can't have. Let's just give the people what they want.
Move into the serious topics. I feel like these like hair, food is like, yeah.
Tiptoeing about
yeah.
what the people really want to hear. Wanting what you can't have.
I think so
Married
too.
men. What are we gonna do about that? Okay, what about being with somebody who is like off the market or somebody who may be a different sexual orientation? Wanting what you can't have. What trauma from a lot of people base like that type of thing on daddy issues. You know, like people be like, oh, she's messing around with anyone who gives her attention, so she has daddy issues, or like you want someone who you can't have so you can like not feel out of control, or like so you can have control over yourself. Wanting what you can't have, knowing something's like a secret, hooking up with someone and you're like, I can't be with them because of reasons.
Scandalous. Everyone should watch the show Scandal with Kerry Washington and Tony Goldwyn by Shonda Rhimes. It's fantastic. It's on Hulu. And it has to do with this. Spoiler alert. Kerry Washington is having an affair with the president, played by Tony Goldwyn.
Have you ever been in a scandal yourself to where you were... Have you ever had a crush on someone that you couldn't have?
Probably.
You have.
Like, I couldn't have them? Like, what do you mean?
Well, like, wanting what you can't have.
I couldn't have them, or they didn't want me?
Well, it's not even like that.
Those are different.
Well,
like, couldn't have in what sense?
You were telling me the thing about having crushes, like celebrity crushes type thing.
Oh.
Jason Bateman. Yeah. What is that? What did you say about that for the viewers? Like when you have a celebrity crush? No, about like you were watching something and a therapist once told a girl on TikTok, she was like, oh
shoot, yeah, what did she say?
There was a reason.
That was good though. That was good. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. That you fall for people you can't have so you don't get hurt. Something along those lines.
Oh, yeah. I'll find it another time and then we'll talk about it. I'll post it somewhere.
Because it's easier to have a crush on a celebrity than it is someone in real life because it's like an act of vulnerability.
That's true. Because she was talking about how she like really was like, once I like get a crush on a celebrity, like I go and like search everything about them and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said her therapist was like, that's because you don't want to get hurt or something. I don't know. She's obviously said it better, but it's something about that, which I mean, I guess I think about that too. And I'm like, this is not the same thing, but like if there's like a gay guy that I think is really cute, I'm like, oh man, like I wish he wasn't gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a celebrity, and then I'm like, even if he wasn't gay, like it's not like he and I would be together. You know, like,
well, you never.
So
it's just like,
girl, I'm not gonna end up with Jason Bateman or Pedro. I mean, Jason, like we're pals.
Joey Bateman.
Joey Bateman. Pedro's not, but like, when am I ever gonna be close enough for him to even know my name?
You blew your chance with Warner Brothers.
I didn't blow my chance.
I'm just kidding. Is that what it was? That he was working on a film with Warner Brothers? Or you got
no, it was. I had an interview at Atlas Entertainment, which is a production company.
Period.
I obviously didn't get the job, but after I watched Wonder Woman 1984, which is not a good movie, the only reason I watched it is because Pedro's in it.
Max Powers.
But it was produced by Atlas freaking Entertainment.
Which goes to show, because it was trash. I watched your review on Wonder Woman, and I'm so glad I didn't watch it. I don't watch that shit anyways.
I truly only watched it because of Pedro. If he was not in it, I would have not watched it. Marvel is clearly superior.
He looks good in the movie, though. Because he's hot. He's just hot.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he does.
Look good in the movie.
I think he just looks good.
No. His, like, well, yeah. But his face is all, like, chubbier, and, like, his hair's all, like, weird blonde color.
Oh.
Maybe you're thinking about a different movie.
No, because I just watched a whole ass hour review on Wonder Woman 1984.
You might as well just watch the movie if you're going to spend an hour watching a review on it.
You don't know this review. These guys are so funny. They're like, they make a movie out of it. They're so funny. But like, I'd rather watch a review on them talking shit about it than me actually watch it because I trust them.
Yeah.
I just rather watch something else. I'd rather watch Bridgerton than spend an hour watching 1984, whatever.
Yes.
But they're like, their critique on him was he's overacting, and it's so obvious that like he's a caricature of Trump anyway, and like they're trying to be like politically woke in the movie, but it's like lame.
I mean,
because there's like little things that he does, like he probably used Trump as like an inspiration to be a villain, because there's things where he's like, he gives like a thumbs up, or he does things that's very similar to it. But the guys who review it, they're not that serious. It's not like they're really out to get that.
Yeah, they better not be, because that's my husband.
Well, it's not.
I'll find them and
villain. He played a villain. It's not. They're saying.
I know he's not. Pedro's not that kind of person. He's like a nice guy. No, I know what you mean.
Okay, I'm like.
I just don't like when people talk mean about him because I love him.
Well, why would that be mean about him getting inspiration from what people hate for acting? He's acting like someone that's unlikable to play an unlikable part.
Well, you said they said he was overacting.
Oh yeah.
Not the other part. That other part, like what you just said, is not mean.
Oh, okay.
But the overacting is like.
Yeah.
I just don't want people to be mean to him.
Well, sometimes. He was probably working with what he got. He didn't get he probably didn't have a good
That's
direction.
true. The cast, bad. Gal Gadot, horrible actress. Chris Pine, yeah, he's good. Kristen Wiig is funny. She cannot play.
It was just
I didn't think
bad.
She was that good.
And I think it all goes back to whoever writes the story and producing it, because it's not like they're terrible actors or anything. It's you can only do so much with a bad script. You can't direct a bad script. You can't do much. So I heard the plot didn't even really make sense. Like shit was just happening.
Yeah. There was like one fight scene. And it was supposed to be about the 80s. Yeah, it was supposed to be about the 80s. Like there was literally only one part of it that was like 80s-ish. It was the beginning. They barely played any, like they didn't even play any 80s music. And it's like the 80s is one of the easiest decades to like
for real
pull from. Like not even just like there was so many iconic things in the 80s. Like they could have done so much more with that besides just title it 1984 and then have them wear clothing from the 80s. But even then, like
it's a fucking cash grab. It was quick. They knew that people were going to pay to see it. It was kind of an insult though, because I'm not a fan of superhero movies or Avengers or anything, but I could definitely appreciate if there's like a script that follows the basic freaking structure of a movie. That people aren't wasting their money. No. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Look, if you have something you want to talk about in the comments.
We always go off. I'm sorry, people.
But I think that's what makes it.
We shouldn't title our episodes. Yeah, we shouldn't title them. We should just be like, episode this. Because it's never going to be only about what we talk about, what the title is.
Well, they'll get something out of it. We talk about it a little bit.
We can go back to what you were saying before about wanting. Well, I mean, we got on the tangent because of
Pedro.
What we like our.
Yeah,
we talked about wanting celebrities, and you said, have you had a crush on somebody you can't have?
Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's normal. It's normal for podcasts to go off the rails like that. So it's just good. Yeah. It's good listening.
Yeah. Well, anyway, going back to that,
mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, I'm really trying to think. Like, probably, yeah. Like obviously not a celebrity, because that
mm-hmm.
doesn't count. Like it does count, but it doesn't count, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't really know them, so like.
Mm-hmm. You're basing off what they've like specifically
how they portray themselves
to be a famous person.
Right.
So obviously they're going to be likable, lovable, handsome, because that's what goes into their profession.
Right. So like normal people wise, normies, I'm sure I'd like somebody that like had a girlfriend or something, like, because I do think
their girlfriends happen to be your friends. Best friends. What?
Oh,
I mean,
that's
like,
the other way around.
You like them and then it goes into that. Sorry, am I I could delete this.
No. But I don't think of it that way, because that's like the other way around.
But you mean
like
like
I didn't like
liking someone
when they had a girlfriend
before, and then you find out they had a girlfriend?
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
And then your feelings don't really change because you're like, well, they're hot still, even with the girlfriend.
Kinda. I mean, it's just like, you can't do anything with them. So
I've had guys with girlfriends
as a friendship
fully flirt with me, and I think that comes around with something in their relationship lacking. It's really sad, and I don't think women are like not able to cheat either. I think women stray from the relationship too. But wanting what you can't have. I think that there's a strong seductive energy to that ideal, and that a lot of relationships crumble because of that idea of the lusting after someone, or the fantasy of what a relationship might be with someone else.
Yeah.
When it's like, if you can't keep the relationship you have now, how do you expect for this new one to be any much greater? And I think it's like the wanting what you can't have. Like, oh, this is like so wrong. Oh, we should be doing this. What will they think? Girl, quit acting like you some type of fairy tale.
What?
I'm talking just in general, not you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I didn't say anything.
No. No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah. Do you think because you can't have it, that should stop you from going after it?
No. I think it's human nature in a way. I think if it wasn't meant to happen, then it wouldn't. I think there's times that people look down on specific things, but like the idea of like people saying like, well, being gay isn't natural. Well, if it wasn't natural, it wouldn't be happening. Because things that we do is what's natural. You mean it's not like, I'm saying like cheating. Cheating is kind of like my stomach.
I think cheating is one of the most natural things you can do.
But it's so natural. But it's so looked down upon that people are like, that's not right. I guess there's like the difference between what feels right and what draws people together magnetically, naturally, something you can't explain, versus doing what's socially acceptable and socially right.
Yeah, that's why I think like, I think cheating is natural. It's like cheating has a negative context because like it is negative
and it's hurtful,
but it's only negative because you put a stipulation of that you weren't going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the act of like being with this one person and then realizing you want to be with somebody else, that's not, I think that's supernatural, like
it happens. It's like one of the most common things that goes back into human history for
right. So like the only thing that hurts that ideal is when you promise to be with that one person and then you say, just kidding, well, I'm gonna have this other person on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why I just think like that one podcast we listened to really just opened my eyes. Yeah. Everybody should listen to Why Won't You Date Me? It's from Nicole Byer. You might know her from Nailed It or Girl Code on MTV from a long time ago. She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
She had a podcast with this guy. I don't remember his name, but it was episode like 55 or something. And he was just talking about relationships, because the whole premise of the podcast is her asking like all her friends like, why do you think I'm single? And if you were single, would you date me? That's exactly how she says it too.
Yeah.
And so they were talking about relationships, and he was like, he's like, this is, because he just had a kid. He's not married, but he just had a kid. And she asked, like, is this like your like girlfriend or whatever? And he's like, yeah, we have had the talk that like we're gonna be monogamous. And she was like, oh, like you talk about that. And he's like, well, yeah, you can't expect somebody to just automatically do that unless you are on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if you do say that and you don't follow through with that, then it's like, okay, that's messed up. But like if you don't have that conversation, I don't think you can fault somebody for straying.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you say your marriage vows to somebody, that's, to me, that's like that conversation.
Different. Yeah.
But like if you're just like, oh, this is my boyfriend, like I don't think that necessarily means like, oh, automatically you're monogamous. I think that's what most people think, but I think that actual word has to be said, like, I will only be with you, and I will only do this, this, and this with you.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise,
not just like, oh, this is my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Okay, what does that mean? Like, that means so many different things for so many different people. But monogamous is like, that's the definition is you being with one person doing XYZ.
So you think if someone is dating you and you are officially boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And the boyfriend is like, runs around with other girls, and you confront him about it, you're like, you're my boyfriend, why are you cheating on me? And his excuse is, well, we never clarified if we were monogamous or not. You think that that's a valid excuse?
To an extent, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because if I could say to you right now, oh, you're my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That means
you and I hang out.
I'm not going to be talking to anybody else. To me, that's what.
Okay, but exactly, to you, you can't assume that everybody thinks that way.
That's hard.
But if I were to say, if I told you like, oh, you're my girlfriend, like, okay, like, but my last girlfriend, I had someone to call me their girlfriend. I had seven other girlfriends.
Does that feel good?
But like, to call someone,
you're my girlfriend. What? Imagine someone told you that.
Well, you're a girl. It's different.
I just mean, like, imagine it was like someone else, you know? And
I know.
Like, you're a girlfriend. I'll be like, me?
Yeah. Me? But like, if I just said like, oh, you're my girlfriend, like, okay. But if I were to say like, I want to be in a monogamous relationship with you, and I don't want to sleep with anybody else.
That kind of kills the mood.
Date anybody else.
Instead of him like bringing you roses and being like,
do
you want to be my girlfriend? He's like, do you want to be monogamous?
Well, you can say like, do you want to be my girlfriend? But then I think it has to go more in depth of like, what does that mean?
Right.
Because it means something different to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you can't assume that they are on the same wavelength as you.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking we can keep going for a little bit longer and just cut this into 2 parts, and then we'll be good for the next 2 weeks. Because I have another thing I want to talk about. You froze.
Okay.
You went for the longest time. You want to do that?
Okay, well, tell me when you want to cut it off.